Hello, so good to see everybody. Did you guys catch the 3-day webinar we did last week? That was fire. Definitely, if you missed that, send me a private message and I will shoot you over those links because that was an excellent 3-day free webinar. So we are on for our weekly training session. And so many of you were excited to hear about our topic is whether or not you should be firing your therapist. So roll call really quickly here. How many people, show of hands, comment me if this is me, how many people that are watching right now currently have a therapist? So comment me in the comments if you right now currently have a therapist. Now, if you have ever had a therapist, comment yeah. I want to make it a little bit different so I can tell. If you've ever had a therapist in your life, maybe you don't have a therapist right now, but you've had a therapist in the past, comment yeah. So it seems like a lot of people have either currently therapists or they've had them in the past. So how long, if you are someone that has had a therapist in the past or one now, how long have you been in therapy for and what have been your results? Please comment in the comments. And I see some yeahs in there. So comment in the comments how long you've had them for and how your results have been from seeing that therapist. I'd love to be able to see some of the comments. And I'm looking to see, I got a few different social medias going on here. So I don't see anything on Instagram. I don't see anybody how long they've been going into therapy for. So one of the reasons why so many people go to therapy, and I went to therapy. I think therapists are great. Some of my best friends are in the field of therapy, psychiatrists, therapists, counselors, all of that. So nothing against therapists. They, whatever. And I see someone said a few months and it wasn't good. Okay. So we do very often hear from clients that they did not get the results that they were looking for with therapy alone. However, what most people have been taught that the only way to heal from toxic relationships, from trauma, from stress, from whatever history that we've had, the only way is through therapy. When I was starting my healing journey, therapy was really one of the only choices that I actually had to heal. And then I later on got some other support. But therapy was my first automatic route. But what I noticed with therapy is that I wasn't really getting the right tools that I needed. What happens with therapy is that therapists have been taught, and it's a great thing to know, is history. Let's go back to your history. Let's talk about your childhood. Let's talk about things that have happened to you in the past, and let's rehash that. And what ends up happening in therapy is you're rehashing the current stress that you're having right now, or you're continuously rehashing your past, things that happened to you as a child, things that happened to you 10 years ago. How does that make someone feel? Put your comments in the comments. Rehashing your past. How does that make someone feel? Now, most people would say stressed, overwhelmed. It could bring back up that trauma. So you're constantly living in that traumatic type of state, which is why a lot of people will stop going to therapy because they're like, hey, I just keep talking about what's gone on. Excuse me. I'm not really noticing anything different. And I'm actually leaving therapy feeling even worse with no real direction. And what we see a lot of times is that months and years of therapy and people are still sitting on the couch of their therapist office, paying money weekly to go see their therapist, and nothing is really changing for them. Does that resonate for anybody that's watching right now? And hopefully this isn't true for you, but this is what we see over and over and over again before people come and start working with us. So what do successful people do? People that really want to heal. What most people do is they say, you know what? Therapy is great. It shined the light on my shadow, on my inner child, on all of those things, but it didn't give me the tools to move forward. And the tools to move forward, that's when someone hires a coach. That's what David and I do. So coaching actually specifically focuses on guidance, support, and tools. That's what we offer, right? The guidance, support, and tools to meet you at wherever you are. And then let's help you come up with a plan of how to move forward. So that way you're not rehashing all that stuff over and over again in the past because, okay, great, I got it. My childhood sucked. and I'm not really happy with it. Okay, fine. But now what? And that's where so many people really need the support. They need the direction, because again, they leave that toxic relationship and they're like, all right, I know all the reasons why I stayed. I know all the reasons why I did what I did, but now I don't know what to do. So they tend to stay frozen until they have the direction from experts who have already been through what they've gone through and have healed and are now in a place where they would like to be. So we have a client right now in our Brilliant Life Blueprint, Karen. Karen has been in Al-Anon. She's been in therapy for years and years and years. And in a few weeks of our 10-week program, the Brilliant Life Blueprint, she was able to finally put together all of these, connect all these dots that she had never understood before in a few weeks, not years like she'd been doing before. In a few weeks, connect all the dots of what she was, the same things that she was redoing over and over again. So she finally understood where that was from. And then she was able to forgive herself and her ex, who was an alcoholic, for the years of pain and stress that he put her through in weeks. That was something that a year ago with her sponsor, she was saying, hey, I really wish I could forgive him, but I can't. And in a few weeks, all of a sudden, she was able to finally forgive. And she's been put in situations where normally that would cause her to have stress and to be triggered. But instead, there's no trigger. There's no anger. There's no anxiety. There's no stress that's coming up from that past trigger. It's now gone in just a few weeks. And she'd been doing therapy and Al-Anon and self-help books and all that other stuff for years and years and years. But this is what we see over and over and over again with our clients. So if you can imagine, or even just imagine, I'm going to turn that around and ask this instead. How would it feel for you if instead of waking up stressed, overwhelmed, angry, with grief, whatever feelings that you might be feeling right now, imagine that we could help you remove those feelings, literally take them out, and replace them with the feeling of joy, freedom, excitement, possibility, increased self-esteem, ability to create boundaries because we know we deserve them. Imagine if we could change it so that you could have those feelings automatically. How would your life be different? And how would your life be different if you could learn that in 10 weeks and stop wasting time in therapy and spend years and years not getting the tools you need and recreating the same things over and over again? Does that feel like that would be helpful for you? Because I feel so badly for the people who have been stuck in therapy. And again, I hear this with clients all the time. 2-3 sessions with us, just a little bit of time working with professional coaches with us. And all of a sudden they're seeing changes that they haven't seen. I had a client, 25 years of therapy. She had 2 sessions with me. Her life was completely changed. So for those people who want the exact tools and support and guidance to really create what they're looking for, they want to fire their therapist because hey girl, it's just not working, therapist. I want someone who's going to actually get me to where I want to be quickly. I want to stop wasting time. Comment the word fast in the comments, and either myself or someone from my team will reach out to you and we'll talk about how we can potentially help. What can we do to help you get your results quickly and stop wasting time in therapy and self-help and all those other things that we have been told and trained are the only ways to heal from trauma and anxiety and past pains? Hope this was helpful. Love seeing all of the comments in here, and I can't wait to be able to help all those people who are ready to take action and change. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.